We had to have some kind of system. We knew we would never get radio signals out from under here straight to Southampton. If you bury a mobile phone, it's just not going to work. So we needed to be some kind of system on top of the ice, and that would actually have to relay down to the cafe down the bottom that initially had an ISDN line, so it could dial up an internet provider and stuff the data across to Southampton, and we could sort of dial it up. Initially we weren't actually dialing up with an ISDN modem at international dialing rates into here. So if we made a radio link to there and that was sorted out, we could basically link up the whole system to people's desks here. So the big question is, what do you put here? How is it going to survive? What are you going to make it out of? This is where we knew we had to make a plastic container so that we didn't kill the radio signals, because metal would just absorb the radio, but was strong enough to survive under the ice, and not exactly cheap to make, but reasonably easy to make, because Paul Mark in the workshop here was actually making them on the CNC machines, and so he had to replicate. If we said we wanted 50, he had to sit there and make 50 by putting chunks of plastic in the machine. So when we asked for 20, he was working there for a week to make these things. So basically, about 4 generations of plastic containers were made. We initially made some very big things out of PVC, because PVC seemed to be a reasonable plastic to use, easy to machine and so on. The idea of these small things is they have to be small enough to go down the hole, because the hole you drill is only about that wide. These tend out to be a bit fat. They also have to be big enough to hold the electronics that you put in.